Well, everyone's watching what's going to happen with the two members, the two ringleaders in the Bali 9 case, Andrew Chan and Myuran. They were sentenced to death in 2006 for their parts in the smuggling operation. They're on death row. They're waiting to find out their fate. They're hoping for a reprieve. Now, Rob Buckingham is a reverend from Bayside Church, and Rob has been in contact with them, and he joins us. Hello, Rob.
Good morning, Loretta.
Rob, firstly, you've known the guys, or Sukumaran in particular, I think, for some time?
Yes, I've known both Andrew Chan and Mayu for quite a number of years.
All right, so tell us firstly how you met them.
Okay, my wife and I actually were over in Bali. We were having a little bit of rest and relaxation, but my wife has had a long-standing friend who married an Indonesian guy, and they are now leading a church in Bali. And so we just caught up with them, and they were doing some work in Kerobokan prison, and they asked us if we would like to come in and visit Andrew. And we said, yes, we'd love to meet him. So we went in there, and the rest is history.
So do you think that they deserve to be let off the death penalty? Do you think they've been rehabilitated?
Yes, I do. Yes, we've known them, as I say, for a number of years, and over years and spending a lot of time with both of them, we know that they are 100% rehabilitated. So in answer to your question, very simply, yes, I think they should be let off the death penalty. We're not asking for them to be let out of jail. They did do the wrong thing. They did make a mistake early, when they were a lot younger. And but certainly, taking two rehabilitated men out and shooting them would not be justice.
Rob, I'm not a fan of the death penalty, but these young guys, they did make a mistake, as you say. They made a mistake in a country where they would have known the risk they were taking. The rewards would have been great had they got away with it. They could have gone on through peddling the poison. They could have gone on and killed innocent people who were hooked on the drug.
Yes, absolutely. I don't disagree with anything that you have just said, other than the fact that they were very young. And I don't know about you guys, but when I was in my teens and early 20s, I did some pretty crazy stuff.
I bet you weren't trafficking heroin, though.
No, I wasn't trafficking heroin. I did use drugs. And if I'd used them in a place like Indonesia, I would have been caught and certainly have gone into jail for at least a period of time. I think a lot of us have done crazy stuff when we were younger. I think the key thing here is that my wife and I, as advocates for these two young men, are not soft on justice. We think that there should be tough penalties, particularly for those who traffic drugs. Drugs do a lot of harm to a lot of people. I personally, when I was younger, lost quite a few friends to drug overdoses, and as our work as ministers, we have, we've seen a lot over the years of the damage that drugs have done. I think the key issue here, though, is that these two young men have been in prison now in Kerobokan for almost 10 years. The Indonesian justice system has actually worked really, really well for both of them, and they are now completely rehabilitated. And both Mayu and Andrew are doing a wonderful job inside the prison of helping to rehabilitate other prisoners. And some of those prisoners, of course, will be out of jail. I've just got back from Indonesia and spent a lot of time with the guys over the last 2 weeks. And while I was in the visitor centre last week, I met a young guy who had been into Kerobokan on multiple occasions. He just offended over and over again. And then he met Andrew and Mayu and also Matthew Norman, one of the other Bali 9 guys, who is completely rehabilitated as well. And as a result of their influence on this young man's life, he is now out of prison. He's got a full-time job. He's married, and he and his wife are expecting their first baby. And this man will not now be a repeat offender. So that's just one of many examples of what these rehabilitated men are doing inside the prison to help others.
All right. They know they're facing the firing squad, though, still at this stage. But do they have hope that Tony Abbott and Julie Bishop, who have been, going in and talking for them on their behalf to the Indonesian government, do they have any hope that they will get that reprieve?
I think while there's life, there is hope. And I agree with you. Our Prime Minister and Foreign Minister have been doing a wonderful job and speaking up, and I think they're doing everything they can do at this particular point in time. They are certainly hoping that there will be a reprieve. They're not asking to get out of prison. They're asking to be able to continue to do the great work that they're doing inside Kerobokan and helping other prisoners.
Thank you, Rob, for your time this morning. Rob Buckingham, Reverend from Bayside Church, very closely linked to the two guys who we all await their fate.